Hello my friends, this is Sylvie Curry, Lady of Q, and once again I'm in my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some Brussels sprouts. This recipe was inspired by a good friend of mine over at Big Poppa Smokers, Sterling Ball. He has a YouTube site and he did this 3-ingredient Brussels sprouts, which I made previously and hubby loved it, so I decided to do it again, but this time I'm adding a little twist to it. The 3 ingredients, of course, are number 1, the Brussels sprouts, and these I have washed and halved already. Big Poppa Smokers Little Louie seasoning mix with pepper, and hot sauce, Tabasco. Oh, I forgot about this, butter. Lots of butter. This is going to be melted. In the original recipe, I think he used 1.5 sticks, but I don't have as many Brussels sprouts, so I'm going to cut down on it. My little twist today is I'm going to be adding, at the end, towards the end of cooking, some bacon. It's savory, so heck, add some bacon to it, keep it savory. And I just thought that would just add a little extra something. Anyway, let's go and get on with mixing this stuff up. I'll be back with you in a sec. This Brussels sprout recipe is very simple. I wash the Brussels sprouts and I have them. So this example, just take it and go, half, boom. And then what I'm going to be doing, according to his recipe, is I'm going to be taking the butter and coating all of this goody stuff here with the butter, adding Tabasco and the Little Louie's seasoning mix, and mix that all up. I'm going to take a little deviation once again. I'm not going to do this on the smoker. I'm actually going to do it in my oven on convection roast. And once again, I did it before and it came out very good, so hoping for the best this time. I'm going to take my butter, and once again, this is about a stick of butter. I'm not going to use all of it, I don't think. And I'm going to pour that over the Brussels sprouts. And then I'm going to give it a good mix here, making sure that all those sprouts are covered. Because it's very important for the cooking process that when I do cook them, we're going to try to get a caramelization of the Brussels sprouts on the flat side. Now the amounts are going to vary, and you have to take it by what you're used to as far as heat level, salt and pepper level. I'm going to do a few shakes of the Little Louie's. And then I'm going to do a few dashes of the Tabasco, or hot sauce. And we're going to mix that up, look at it, get an idea of what the coverage is for the seasoning in this. It actually looks pretty good. And I may just add just a little bit more butter. Just to make sure that's coated very well. Mix it up some more. And I'm not afraid of heat. Hubby's not afraid of heat, so we're going to add a little bit more of this Tabasco. Maybe a little bit more of the Little Louie's. Mix. And that's pretty good. Okay, I've got all my Brussels sprouts covered and seasoning in the butter, and I'm going to add it to this pan. And in the pan I did put a layer of butter there too. And we'll lay this out. And that's going to go in the oven. And I can't give you a time on this because it's going to vary. It's going to vary on your oven and how it cooks. So this is one of those recipes you're just going to have to pay attention to it, look at it, and determine from the way it looks if it needs a little more or not. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to roast it like this in the beginning, and then during the later stages I'm going to add my bacon bits. I'm going to turn over the Brussels sprouts so the flat side is down on the pan, and that way, as Sterling emphasizes in this video, we can get a lot of good caramelization going and good flavor developing in this. I'm going to also leave a link or a description of where you can get this recipe and follow along with Big Poppa Smokers on how he does this. I put my Brussels sprouts in the oven. They are currently on convection bake at 325, and I'm going to check on them in a little bit and see how far they progress to determine if I need to make the temperature higher, possibly putting it on convection roast. We'll see. About another 5 minutes, I added the bacon, a little bit more butter, and a little bit more of the little Louie's. And like I said, about 5 more minutes and we should be good to go. The Brussels sprouts are done. I had them in the oven at 325 convection for about a half hour. The last 5 minutes I put it on broil so I could get more color to it. And they're looking good. They taste good. Here we have it, Sunday dinner. We've got Brussels sprouts with butter, Tabasco, and some little Louie's. We've got scallops with compound butter. We've got a pork tenderloin stuffed with apple pie jam. And we've got scallops on the half shell with compound butter.